We got them hats. Got 'em. We got them hats. Yes.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back.
We got it. You cop it, we ship it, we drop it.
Good morning, everybody. As you can see, I'm just going through all of our stuff. Shout out to Weezy, who got her welfare boy hoodie and sweatsuit inside the mail. She opened it up last night.
You buy it, we ship it, it's coming your way.
Shout out to Renee Suzanne, who got her Outwork Yesterday hat. Let's go.
We got them hats. We got them hats. Got 'em. We got them hats. Yes. We got them hats. Yeah, we got them hats. You name it, we got it. You cop it, we ship it, we drop it right to your door. Ship, drop it right to your door.
I'm looking for a hat. Drive around town and I need a cat. Where do I go? Where do I go? I got hats for sales.com.
You see what you like. You buy it, we ship it, it's coming your way. It's coming. Ship it, it's coming your way.
That was hatsforsale.com, LFR Family Store. Go to hatsforsale.com and just type in LFR. LFR, just like that. You can hit hats, LFR Family Clothing, and you will be pulled up to our area. You know what I mean? It has directory to our YouTube channel and everything over here. But yeah, and I got on this one right here today. The LFR Family red, white joint. Reds with the white lettering. I think MAGA made that hit as of late. This red color with the white lettering. Yeah, shout out to MAGA for making that hit, man. Y'all changed the game with the red and white. So obviously I had to get the red and white. So y'all make sure y'all check it out when y'all get a moment, man. All right. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. Hopefully you hit that like button as well. Today, people are headed to the polls to vote for their new mayors and governors in their states and cities. Some of the bigger races that we're watching is the Virginia race for governor and the New York race for mayor. And I just wanted to just come on this bad boy and talk to you all for a minute just to see where you are, where your head is at, how you feeling, man. Let me know one thing that you're grateful for inside the chat. I'll go first. God's grace and his mercy. Grace and mercy is one thing that I'm highly grateful for. Grace, things that I don't deserve. I don't deserve none of this goodness that I have going on in my life. Being healthy, having a beautiful, loving, amazing family and support group around the world. Man, we got international support, and for that, I am extremely grateful. We got hatsforsale.com. I'm extremely grateful for this because the people that's helping me with this right here, my folk out in New York, man, they are killing it. They don't have to help me with this, but they are. And for that, I'm grateful, man. We even got some stuff that's sold out, bro. Like, imagine that. Van Hall from Southeast DC has his own sugar honey iced tea, and we got some stuff that's sold out, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I woke up this morning on the right side of heaven. I was able to walk into the bathroom by myself without a walker, without crutches. You know, I was able to walk, man. I opened my eyes. I'm breathing on my own. I'm drinking water on my own, man. There are people in hospitals who can't eat, can't drink, can't sleep on their own, bro. Like, so there's so many things that we need to be grateful for, man. All right. I'm grateful for this country that we're in. Like, I'm thankful that I woke up in the United States of America and not Russia, not Korea, not Japan, not China, not Africa. I'm glad I didn't wake up in the entire continent of Africa in comparison to where I am right now. All right, so call it what you want, man. I'm just thankful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for all of my mods, all of my greens, all of my members of the LFR family. Much love to you all. I'm grateful for every single person that spends a minute, an hour with me, man, just chilling and having conversations inside of the chat, man. Much love to you guys. Show yourselves some love as well. Good morning to all my blues. Shout out to who was here first? Nanny's Take on the World. Nanny was here first. Good morning, Coach and LFR family. Yeah, Nanny was here first. Nanny is one of the realest, man. Hopefully y'all meet her one day. She is a sweetheart for real. She is a sweetheart for sure. And then you got Wheezy, who's also one of the sweetest. Good morning, Coach, Nanny, and LFR fam. Love you all. You know what I mean? And then, of course, I mean, we got Renee, we got Sugar Shane. Shout out to Sugar Shane. What's going on, my brother? He said he's present. Shout out to Hadassah. Hey, Hadassah. Shout out to Hadassah. Yeah, man, we got good people up in here. Let me see. Before we move forward. Yeah, just let me know one thing that you are grateful for, man. And then we can go ahead and get it popping. We can get it moving, man. I'm not going to be here long with you guys today. I have a 10 o'clock meeting. So, yeah. So, let's see if we can get a red wave today. As y'all can see, I'm repping the Bloods today. I'm repping Bloods today. No, I'm not. I have nothing. No part of my body is freaking is gang related at all. I'm 47 years old. Nobody should be banging gang colors at the age of 47. Although politicians represent their sides like they're gang too. So yeah. Shout out to Big Blue. Grateful that I've been given the wisdom I have and willingness to learn more. Much love to you, brother. I want to add to that because God is amazing. I'm realizing that the more I learn, the less I know. Like, it's like I'm getting smarter, but by me becoming smarter, I'm realizing how much I don't know, how much I didn't know, how much I actually get on my platform and speak as if I'm very well read about a topic. And turns out I don't know nearly as much as as I think I do. When it comes to politics, I cannot believe I'm in this space discussing politics, bro, because I will get wiped, man. You put the right person in front of me for a debate, I'm getting crushed. Thank God I don't take myself too seriously because every day is another day to learn something new, to meet somebody who can probably open my eyes to see things differently. Sometimes you need to see things from a different perspective. And not just be locked into your own I know it all type of personality. Because there's some people inside my chat. There's some people that support the channel. There's some people around this country who act like they know it all, and they're never wrong. For those people, I just want to let you know that y'all are scary. Y'all are scary. Y'all scare me. Y'all scare me. Shoot, y'all scare me, man. There's so much to learn on a daily basis. So yeah. Yeah. Much love to you, Big Blue. Much love to you. I'm grateful for his mercies are new every morning. You better praise him. You better bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Holy crap. I have been in Virginia and the political ads are enough to make me sick. Hey, we're going to run a couple of them. We're going to run a couple of these awesome ads, man. I'm thankful I woke up this morning. I'm thankful that I serve God and that he is my savior. Jennifer Jackson, you better shut up and praise God. You better shut your mouth and give God some praise. You better be quiet and praise up. You better raise up his name. Huh? Hey, man, I just want to let y'all know that these Outwork Yesterday hats are getting, at first the bucket hat was the only one that was sold out. Now the army fatigue one is sold out. Don't forget to put LFR 10. Is it LFR 10 or LFR 15 inside the chat guy? Inside the when you check out so that you can get 10% off. Try LFR 15 and see if you get 15% off, man. Showing some love. I have a message for you, brother. Email me, van.hall@lfrfamily.com. Reach out to me so that we can rap about whatever it is you want to talk to me about. Much love to you all, man. Let me see. I am grateful for a life of love, forgiveness, and freedom. Much love to you for that. Yes. Let me see. Undeserved grace and mercy. You better shut up and preach, Jake. That's what I'm talking about. Undeserved grace and mercy. Jesus Christ, my Savior and King of Kings, praise his mighty name. Let me tell you something. It's a bunch of people who pull up and y'all see me talking about the Lord, and you probably have an issue with it. All I want to let y'all know is I mean no harm, and I'm not trying to, hurt your feelings or disrespect anybody by talking about God on this channel. But if I hurt you, maybe that's the demon side of you that I'm hurting. Because only a hit dog holler. Huh? Hello, somebody. Only a hit dog holler. Demons flee when you start bringing up the name of Jesus Christ. Amen, somebody. Thank you so much to Wise, man. If y'all not already following the Righteous Perspective, and I believe that most of you are, make sure that you go check that brother out. One of the nicest brothers, most dedicated and sharpest, man. He's getting stuff done all over social media. He's changing the game for real. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Peace to Righteous Perspective. Shout out to Wise. All right. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let me go ahead and take this hats for sale ad off. All right. Yeah, I'm just happy to be here today, man. I'm so I do realize that I have a show to run, and sometimes I try to stay on topic and stay on task so that I can get my message out there, because people don't want to hear me just ramble for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I'm just gonna say this, man. When I woke up this morning, when I woke up for the last few mornings, I had this this joy over me, and it blows my mind because there's a bunch of things that I'm struggling with in my own life right now, and I can't believe that God has covered me the way that he has. God has protected me the way that he has. God has provided for me the way that he has. God has loved on me the way that he has. Even with me doing people wrong, man. I've done people wrong. I've done myself wrong. And the Lord still shows up for me. And for that, I'm grateful, man. It's like, it's nothing that I do to deserve anything that the Lord blessed me with. And for anybody out there, I know a lot of you beyond the age of 40 still say that you haven't found your purpose yet, right? And you're trying to figure out what your purpose is, or you probably just gave up on it. It's not too late. And you might already be walking in your purpose. But I learned this prayer from Myron Golden that you can say for yourself, and it will show you your purpose. You say, "Dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the thing you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serve the people you will have me to serve." And when you say that prayer, the Lord will reveal to you your path. He will reveal to you your purpose. The Lord, he don't make any mistakes. You know what I mean? By me having the life I've had, being adopted at 3 years old, and my mom and my dad, having to go their own separate ways for their own personal reasons. My mom going her own way to save herself and my oldest sister Nika from abuse. And my father, he was just, he was dealing with some things that his family put him through, and he took to street vices. And when he did come back to the house, he took it out on my mom. So, my mother, she fled, saved herself and my big sister. And my father, he just didn't show up. He just completely left and, gave into his vices. And even still, I don't blame either one of them for the paths that they take, the paths that they had to take, because, their lives was handed to them the same way mine was handed to me. You know what I mean? When my mother got pregnant with my older sister, she was put out of her house. When my father was very young, and in a house of 13 children with my grandparents, apparently his life was traded for a house that they lived in. And that's a lot to put on anybody. His life was literally traded for the house that my family lived in. So he turned to vices. And when he met the love of his life, which just so happened to be my mother, a gorgeous brown skinned woman with, with just glowing, filled with joy, and he wanted to start a family with her. He didn't know how to treat anybody when his own family treated him the way that they treated him. And so circumstances can create the lives that we have, but I wouldn't be in front of you guys today if it weren't for those circumstances. I learned a lot from them, and I found my people. I wasn't even searching for my people, but I found my people. And a lot of times we like to bury ourselves in our circumstances or the vices that we lean toward to get over the things we're going through, not realizing that we aren't the only people that's dealing with stuff. Like, people all over the world are dealing with stuff. When we go to school, our teachers and professors, they're dealing with stuff. Their children aren't all together either. When we go to the doctors, our doctors are dealing with stuff. Our therapists had therapists. Police who solve crimes and whatnot are trying to protect the innocent, trying to protect American citizens. They have issues of their own. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying all that to say, I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful. And I do realize that to whom much is given, much is required. And I'm in a position to create opportunities for people. And I'm trying my best to get to that point where I can do that comfortably and still be able to take care of things on my end as well, while at the same time providing an outlet and some way to make some money and change people's lives on the other side. You know what I mean? So I just got a lot on my mind. I got a lot on my heart. And I just want to say, I realize that none of the good things in my life come to me because I've done good. Like, it's because God is good. That's it. It's because his mercies endure forever. And I don't know what to say. I'm just thankful. I'm over the roof thankful. All right. Again, I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm not trying to get you to go to my church. I'm not trying to get you to sow a seed or pay your tithes and offerings or none of that. I don't want anybody to look at me as such a loving guy who is all about God and family and whatnot. No, I'm flawed like crazy too. And if a lot of you knew knew my past, knew some things that I've done, y'all really wouldn't mess with me like that. You really wouldn't. You would probably run away from me as fast as you've come to the LFR family. I promise you on that. But to God be the glory. As long as I have here on this planet, I'm going to try to do right by the ones who love me. And I'm going to try to do my fulfill my end of the bargain, because God has blessed me for a reason, and it's things that I need to do with my blessings. And yeah, I'm just going to continue to move forward. All right. Woo. Guys, well, let me say this to my family members, to my friends, family members, people that I meet in the streets. Please stop calling me, texting me, coming up to me, complaining about Trump. Stop that, man. Stop it. Stop complaining to me about Trump. Stop complaining to me about how bad of a president he is, how evil he is, how he's a pedophile, and how he's all these demonic and debaucherous things. Let me tell you something. I got what I voted for. I got what I voted for. All right? This man was the change we needed. If he didn't come into office, could you imagine what this country would look like with regard to illegal immigration? Could you imagine what our women and girls will continue to go through when they're going to the gyms and they're going in locker rooms and there's nothing but men who are new women inside of these locker rooms, still playing on their team sports? I mean, in sports, they're playing on their teams and whatnot. Like, they were protecting all of these people against when they commit heinous crimes against American citizens. And we were getting the short end of the stick. These illegal immigrants, they were taking opportunities from American citizens who were looking for jobs. I mean, why would a company hire an American citizen and pay them $20 an hour when they can hire 2 illegal immigrants and pay them $5 an hour each underneath the table and work them like slaves? Don't give them any benefits. And they can continue to bring them over and more and more and more than work from. They was pooping on our heads, man. They was taking advantage of us. I got what I voted for. Stop calling me complaining about Trump, bro. Like, this dude is stopping wars all around the damn world. He said he would do it, and he's doing it. The only people that's showing him any type of pushback is Putin, because Putin is a dictator who wants to do whatever he wants to do, and he wants powerful friends like Trump. It's just that he's stuck in his own ways. And I'm not making up any excuses for Putin. Whatever comes to that brother comes to that brother. If we've got to take him out someday, then we'll do that too. But at the end of the day, Trump is not a god, man. Trump is a man just like everybody else that took the office of president. And this dude is making changes all around the world, man. I know somebody that's from Azerbaijan. I know somebody personally, they've been on my panel, and they was talking about how their people were being slaughtered in Turkey, in Azerbaijan. And guess what? Trump stepped in and he stopped that war. So y'all miss me with all that BS. He could start the government up. He could. But why should he? Why should he? Y'all keep on talking about all of the premiums that's going up with affordable health care, but all of that is Democrat policies. That's Democrat. Like, this dude, he's doing things. He's getting stuff done. And all y'all doing is what y'all was doing the last 4 years, complaining about Trump and not getting a damn thing done and pissing on the heads of American citizens, telling us it's raining. And that's all they do. They continue to play with our minds, bro. So again, when you see me on the street, stop coming to me complaining about Trump, because I'm going to tell you something that's going to piss you off. I'm going to be like, I don't really see anything wrong with how he's governing the country. I don't see anything wrong with how he's been a president at the time. I don't see anything wrong. Sorry, miss me with that. I voted for him. Me and my son, we were leaving Minnesota Avenue. We went to go visit his grandmother. And she stay in the hood. I'm talking about the hood, right? So we went over there to go visit his grandmother, and we leaving, and the streets are crowded. And a young girl was riding her bike down the street, and she had on a Make America Great Again hat. A lot of these youngins in the hood, they know. They can see that the D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is taking advantage of the D.C. residents. They can see that. They can tell that they ain't doing anything for them. But then you have all these race baiters that want to point out gentrification. They trying to run us up out of our hood. They trying to take jobs from us. They trying to take abortion. What? You mean to tell me that this racist white man, this racist orange man cares more about people in the hood than the people in the hood? He want you to stop killing each other, so he put more National Guard presence out there, and then when the crime slows down and stops, he leaves. He like, okay, fine. Can y'all stay like this? Can you keep it like this for just a little while? Can you not rob each other? Can you not kill each other for just a little while? You mean to tell me that this racist, this fascist brother named Trump, he cares more about black babies than black women? He wants you to stop unaliving them in abortion clinics? He wants you to pay more attention to family values. He wants you to spend more time with your children, reading to them and going over their homework so that you not have to depend on the federal government or these special programs to move your kid to the next level, even when they don't deserve it. Because we have people, these children are graduating high school right now, and they are graduating with a 4th grade math efficiency. Like, they're doing 4th grade math, but they're graduating 12th grade. And then the federal government got things in place, programs in place that guarantee these same idiot children spots in universities. next level education. Like spots in universities, they don't even deserve to be out of high school yet. They're reading on a 4th grade level, doing math on the 4th grade. Come on, bro. Are you kidding me? And then when you say something, when this racist, fascist president says something, then you have black mayors that want to stand up and poke their chests out and say, if he cared about the people, he will come here and walk with the people. He will come here and be around the people. No, that's your job, imbecile. You're the mayor. You're the local talent. You're supposed to be there with the people. He has a whole country to run. He's not going to just come and just walk through Baltimore and automatically change crime like that simply because he's there. He's not just going to walk through D.C. and change crime just because he's there. He's not just going to walk through Chicago, Brandon Johnson, and change crime just because he's there. No, he has to run an entire country and uphold the face of the United States around the world, man. Make sure that we don't lose our power position. Like we were losing our position around the world. We were losing respect from all of these countries. Stop calling me and texting me complaining about Trump. I don't give a damn about your complaints. I really don't. Because everybody's going through something. And they're all jockeying right now, the Democrats and the Republicans, about the whole government shutdown. Like, here's the thing that y'all don't realize. Other nations are infiltrating our country and they are changing our way of life. And you guys don't care about it because all they got to do is give you a check to look the other way. All they got to do is put a fist in the air and say power to the people, and you will look the other way. All they got to do is put everybody in a collective basket and act as if every victim is the same. The LGBTQAI plus community is just like going through slavery. Immigration from all these other countries is just like going through slavery. We need to make sure we look out for them the same way that they looked out for the Jews after the Holocaust. It's not the same, bro. Y'all need to stop that mess. Y'all sound foolish. Y'all sound dumb. And it's okay to sound foolish. It's okay. It's okay. Just learn from it. Just do your due diligence. Do your research. Become more objective with the information that you receive from the other side of the aisle instead of only receiving information from the hive mind you choose to be a part of, the echo chamber that you choose to be a part of. See, I piss people off on a daily basis. And it's because I'm objective. It's because I'm open-minded. It's because I'm an actual free thinker. Okay? And that's why people are pissed off about Trump too. Because the dude is an actual free thinker. You're going to have him beefing with people inside the party. But then when it comes to policy, they're going to meet and have conversations. Like they're going to vote the same. They're going to make sure that they're walking the same way. So at the end of the day, man, if Biden and Kamala and the Democrats was doing all of the good that y'all claim that they were doing, then please explain to me the red wave that happened in November of 2024. If you can do that, I will shut the hell up. I will have a coconut smile and I will shut up. Because I don't believe that there would have been a red wave if you guys were so perfect. If Biden had a record presidential run, then why in the hell was there a red wave? If Kamala Harris was the best option in the second coming of Obama, to carry the cross of the blacks, and she's the black woman breaking glass ceilings, just poking at the breaking glass ceilings, then why in the hell was there such a red wave in November of 2024? So stop calling me complaining about Trump, because I have not put on a MAGA hat yet, but I will, just to piss y'all off. I will start carrying one in my back pocket As soon as somebody start complaining about Trump, just put that bad boy on and just look at him. Oh, you one of them. Oh, you one of them. That's how they look at you. Oh, you one of them, huh? Oh, okay, brother, I see you. You think he care about you? You think he gonna let you into his cookout? You think the white people gonna invite you to their table? You think they gonna do business with you? You think they love you because you tap dancing in front of massa? You wanna be a house nigga? You wanna be a house nigga? Miss me with the slave talk. I'm not a house nigga. I'm not a slave nigga. I'm not a field nigga. When I was in the gym and I was working out with these dudes, bunch of black dudes, strong dudes. I was by far the smallest brother in the circle. I was by far the smallest brother. But I was going hard, man. I was doing my thing. And they looked at me, and one of them pulled me to the came over to me and was like, "Oh, okay. So you a field nigga. Let's go." And they started rooting for me at that point because I've proven myself to be a field slave. Somebody that's out in the trenches, willing to work sun up to sundown and not snitch and plot on killing master. You know, I like, stop putting me in that conversation. I'm not in the field. I'm not a field slave. I'm not a house slave. I'm just a man. I'm just a man, man. And y'all are just men and women too. And at the end of the day, the people who love you the most are your family, your friends, your church community, and now your social media community that you've learned to know and love for the last few years. And at the end of the day, we need to come together so that this can be a better country and better nation. And right in front of your eyes, our nation is turning into a Muslim nation. Right in front of your eyes, 45% of Afghan Americans are eating for free off of our dime. Right in front of your eyes, more than 30% of Somali Americans are eating for free. Right in front of your eyes. Do you understand what I'm saying? They are playing with us while they do whatever they want in the back end. Anybody that comes to our country and want to be a leader, want to be a mayor, governor, if they do not serve the purpose of the American people and they only want to serve the purpose of the country where they've come, we should not vote them into office. That's why so many people have an issue with Zoran Mamdani. Christians are being slaughtered all around the world. Slaughtered. And they've already come into our own doorsteps. And they're saying that they're about to do that to us too. There's parts of this country where white Americans, specifically white Americans, white Christian Americans, are being spit on by Muslims in America by simply walking down the sidewalk, being spit on by Muslims. Can you believe that? And black people will hear that and be like, well, every dog got his day. It's their turn now. It's y'all turn now. We happy about it. I can't wait to see it. I love seeing y'all get disrespected. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But what happens when the white person says, oh, you love it? Okay, fine. If it's war, then it's war. That N word that y'all are so, afraid of us saying, we're going to start saying it all the time. How about that? How about that? This MAGA hat that y'all hate seeing, I'm going to start wearing it all the time. And I'm not even MAGA. How about that? I'm wearing it because it pisses you off. How about that one? Huh? I'm going to start giving you the same energy. That's why we cannot fight demonic energy with demonic energy. We have to be the light in the darkness. And if we are not, then we lose. If we are not, then we're not serving the right purpose. All right? So again, guys, if you want to know your purpose, say, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the thing you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you and serve the people you will have me to serve. Much love to Myron Golden, who is absolute phenomenal in what he does. If you follow Myron Golden, let that brother know that God is smiling on him and doing an amazing thing. And if you are not, go check him out. And I know YouTube don't really advise us to forward people to other channels and whatnot. But that's just the type of person I am. All right. Some of my favorite content creators are people that I've met online. Shout out to Lou Valentino. He's killing it. He's killing it. Lou Valentino is killing it. All right. Shout out to the LV Nation. Shout out to A Righteous Perspective. Shout out to his family, the ARP family. They are killing it. Much love to them. They're doing their thing. And obviously, one of the goats of the internet of YouTube right now. And I've never met the guy, never spoke to the guy or anything. I know a couple of people that work with him, that's done some work with him. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Anton Daniels, brother. That brother is killing it. He is killing it. All right, let's go into a couple of conversations. Then we're going to see what's going on with the elections and and whatnot. Here's Scott Jennings.
The entire reason the government is not open right now is because Democrats refuse to be complicit in having millions of Americans, including 100,000 in Kentucky, your home state, if I'm remembering correctly, Scott, that rely on ACA, that would see their premiums rise several
which you can deal with separately. It doesn't have to be, those two things do not go together.
But the way that they're doing this right now, they're combining both.
Voting to support the budget still doesn't, if you keep it closed, doesn't fix the ACA. The ACA needs to be reformed. Healthcare needs to be reformed. This is a way bigger question.
You guys failed at that last time. The whole thing was repeal and replace. You had a trifecta. You tried this. You failed.
David, that's not true. They're still in the concept of a plan stage.
No, in terms
they've
of
been in the concept stage since 2000.
But David, you would admit that the ACA was a Democrat legislation, yes? And you would admit that the subsidies that we're talking about now were passed by Democrats, yes. And you would admit that the sunset provision in the subsidies, which comes up at the end of the year, was in place because of Democrats, yes. Now you want to make it a Republican problem. These are not the same issues. You could open the government today, and then you could negotiate with with Republicans about ACA. And by the way, my suspicion is, and you know this, there are probably, and I know there are some House Republicans that would love to negotiate on it, but under duress, under a hostage-taking situation, connecting disconnected issues, and now you're throwing SNAP onto it. You're throwing all the federal workers who aren't being paid onto it, all because of this fight that you wandered into because of your wing of the Democratic Party. You all led to this SNAP crisis. You all led to this crisis of the government being closed, and you don't know how to get out of it.
Where was the lie? Where was the lie? That's why I love when Scott Jennings goes on to CNN. Scott Jennings communicates with these folk the way I wish I can communicate with these folk. Hey, for real. Sometimes I sit around and I think, man, what if I was that sharp when it came to politics, man? I would be on everybody's show. You will see my face on everybody's show. And I'm not talking about I will call them up. I will send them letters. I'll say, yo, can I come on your panel? Can I please come on your panel? Because I got something to say. I'm about to burn y'all up. Burn y'all up. I believe that that might be the reason why I don't have the information that I'm supposed to have, because the Lord knows I probably wouldn't use it correctly. I probably would just be a bully with my information. I just gotta, fall back, man. Like at the end of the day, it's like I probably wouldn't be able to do it at all, man, at all. All right. Apparently, there was a couple of bomb threats at multiple polling places, and I'm not sure if you guys heard about it or not. But if you didn't, here's the information right here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Share this live stream. Again, I won't be live for a really long time today because I do have a couple of meetings later on. Things are looking up for the LFR family. And if you've ever reached out to me and said that you need help with your YouTube channel and I didn't respond, please double back. Circle the block. Things have been busy. I've been extremely busy. Circle the block, okay? Email me again, just with the word coach, but don't email me if you're not serious about at least looking into it. Don't email me for, hey, how can I grow somebody just now reached out to me. Hey, Coach Van, how can I grow my subscribers from 0 to 1 million in 3 months? In 3 years. And just waited for an email from me telling them all that. So first you do this, and then you do that, and make sure you do this. And if you're going to do this, then make sure you do that. And if that happens, then do this. No, that's not how this goes. That's not how this goes at all. Okay, I want to help, and I have helped, and we currently are helping people. Like if you spoke to some of the people that we work with, you'll know that we're getting it done. But at the end of the day, if you reached out to me and I didn't respond, circle the block, please. Circle, double back. All right, let me know that you're here, and or just get the course, and we'll go from there. All right, okay, all right, let's go. We got some more. Here we go.
It's forcing voters out of at least 2 polling places in New Jersey as residents across the state cast ballots for their next governor. And Mark Meredith is live in Montclair, New Jersey with the latest. Mark, what's going on?
Ainsley, Lawrence, and Brian, good morning, friends. The polls have been open throughout New Jersey since about 6 a.m. Since then, a handful of bomb threats have been called in to a number of polling places across the Garden State. We know in Mercer County, as well as where we have seen in Passaic. It's unclear exactly how many of these polling places have been impacted, but because the polls were open, since they've been open since 6, a number of people who may have been in line or getting ready to go vote were had to move off-site to other voting locations, at least temporarily. We've been at this elementary school here, not too far from where some of these threats were called earlier, because this is where the Democratic gubernatorial nominee is going to be voting. Mikey Sherrill should be voting here around 9 a.m. I just spoke to her campaign. They are aware of the situation impacting some of these polling places. The candidate is likely to address this when she gaggles with reporters in the 9 a.m. hour. All an indication, though, again, that there is a lot of people very curious what will happen here in New Jersey. The spotlight has been on this race nationally, and we have seen this before in other elections. But these potential threats, whether or not it's going to have a widespread impact on turnout, it's unclear. More than 1 million people cast their ballots ahead of Election Day. There was early voting, mail-in balloting as well. Where we are also, I've seen at least one police officer who was outside the polling place earlier. Unclear if it was related because the candidate was going to be here or if they were just checking things out. A lot of these threats are often communicated electronically, either email, they get sent to the registrar's office or the voting records office. And then out of an abundance of caution, these facilities are either evacuated or they pause operations to let the police do a sweep. No indications of anything found at this point, simply threats. But on an election day like this, given, of course, the political climate that we are in as a country right now, officials across New Jersey are not going to be taking this lightly. And I'll let you know if we hear from the Chitterelli campaign. He was with Fox and Friends in the last hour at a restaurant, so we know he's been out on the trail.
Well, if you're not following, apparently this coverage will be live all day. Yeah, this coverage will be live all day. Let me see. So they're debating about everything on CNN. For the people who have been tasked to be to call in bomb threats and to just be assholes, you're working against the system. You're working against our country. I don't get you guys. And I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to understand a hateful individual. The only way I could is by being hateful and hate-filled, and I'm not that. I just wish you idiots come to the light, man. I want y'all to come to the light so bad, so badly, because it's just idiotic. It absolutely is. I can't believe that we have people in this world like that, man, whose whole job is to just mess things up. F up progression, cause turmoil, wreak havoc. Like back in the day when we used to watch our TV shows, there was always a character who they said he's bad news, man. He's a loose cannon. Those people? Well, yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. A whole bunch of loose cannons who don't have a life, and their only thing that they do in life is cause issues.
Yeah, they up there, man. Yeah, right there in Buttersfield,
Yep. Bomb threats, bro. These are bomb threats.
Governor Mark Meredith is live in Montclair with the latest for us. Mark.
Ainsley, Brian, and Lawrence, good morning once again, friends. Some brand new information coming into our newsroom that we've learned that these threats were communicated electronically via email to at least 7 different counties across the Garden State. These threats certainly being taken seriously, and out of abundance of caution, some of the polling places were temporarily.
All right.
some of the facilities.
All right, it's just the same information. I'm trying to find as much as I could possibly find on these bomb threats, but they're not showing me too much. All right, so check out CNN debating
where the energy is, perhaps, on both sides of the political
Hey, thank you,
Oh,
Louis B.
definitely can.
Fisher.
Like a friend of mine who's not very political, she asked me, she goes, why are they talking
Appreciate
about
you, brother.
Virginia and New Jersey on TV all the time? Like, well, it's the first statewide elections after a presidential election, and the people that are paid to talk about politics on TV live in New Jersey and Virginia, so they want to talk about their states a lot. That's why you're hearing it.
Yeah, and it's a very nerdy thing to talk about off your election.
It is a very nerdy thing, but we're at a table of nerds tonight,
here we
so
are.
that's what we do. When I look at things like, so Virginia, for example, it is absolutely always the case, except for twice in the last 50 years, here I'm being a nerd, only twice in the last 50 years have we seen the party that wins the White House then win the governor's mansion. It happened in 2013 with Terry McAuliffe, and then it happened in 1973. Other than that, it just flips back and forth between whoever wins the White House, you lose the governor's race in Virginia. That's just how it goes. New York, we're going to talk about that mayoral election. I know that's a big one. A lot of people pay attention to. And then you have states like New Jersey, another one of those states that where it doesn't always align with their statewide elections with how they vote in presidential races. So Virginia and New Jersey are different states, but they do have some similarities there. I would say don't write the eulogy of the the Republican Party if things aren't good in Virginia, because these are seats that Democrats should naturally win. And if Republicans are making a good play there, I just think it's
Hey, you're absolutely right. Shout out to Eric Smith for this. Whenever Scott Jennings is on her show, all she does is say Scott, 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 because he's always just whooping her panel's ass. And that's all she can do is Scott, 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 but Scott, Scott, have you considered, but Scott, Scott, they're making a good point, but Scott, 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 like what? You can make an actual remix, like a song out of her saying Scott. You're absolutely right, bro. She loves to say Scott.
I think New Jersey is also a place where if Republicans are still, I mean, they are competitive. There's no question that's a competitive race. But if they're doing really well there, that might be a red flag.
President Obama expected to come out in support of Micah Sherrill in Newark, actually tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, on Saturday. I think it speaks to just how concerned they are that New Jersey, which traditionally votes Democrat, has been a Democratic stronghold in recent years, is really concerned about the possibility of losing that seat to Jack Ciattarelli, who is a Trump conservative, Republican, fiscally conservative guy who's been inside New Jersey politics for many, many years.
Many years. And an interesting point from the polling is when they broke it down, they asked people, how do you plan to vote? Are you voting early? Are you voting absentee by mail? Or are you voting on Election Day? And Ciattarelli is absolutely dominating Election Day votes. So if there's a good turnout on Election Day, there could be a surprise to talk about on the show Wednesday morning. When I see President Obama out on the campaign trail, to me, it's like he's, in case of emergency, break glass.
That's
when the Democratic Party is concerned, they deploy one of their few remaining popular.
Although I will say he's been breaking the glass a lot more often lately.
Nobody tells him what to do.
Yeah. Well, partly because there's not really many other Democrats.
That sucks. The only Democrat that they can call on is the president from 2008 and 2004. 2008 and 2012. Ain't that something? Like, that's literally the only person that they can call on to make some noise for their mayors and their governors. I keep asking on this channel, who's the Democrat leader? And time again, they keep on showing up. Barack Obama is the Democrat leader. Sucks, man. It's just is what it is. That's their leader.
Virginia governor's race shaping up to be one of the most closely watched in the country. Democrat Abigail Spanberger and Republican Winsome Earl Sears are making history, with Virginia set to elect its first woman governor. The race has broken fundraising records, brought out big names on both sides. And Hannah Brandt is live with a closer look at that race, Hannah, as Election Day inches ever closer.
Nicole, that's right. There are a lot of eyes on this race, and Virginians are certainly showing out. According to the early voting totals, 1.4 Virginians have come out to vote early in this election, which is more than the last governor's race 4 years ago. Those are numbers according to Virginia's Public Accountability Project. And both parties really invested in this. They're bringing out their heavy hitters in the final days of this race. President Trump is scheduled to hold a tele-rally for Virginia tonight, also posting about this race on his Truth Social in multiple posts last night, telling voters in both Virginia and New Jersey, quote, vote Republican if you want massive energy cost and crime reduction. Though he hasn't specifically endorsed the Republican candidate, that's Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl-Sears, by name. Now, on the Democratic side, over the weekend, former President Barack Obama came to Virginia to campaign with the Democratic candidate, former Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. I was actually there in person for that rally, and so were thousands of Spanberger supporters. Spanberger also holding multiple events across Virginia today as she makes a final push with voters. Take a listen to what she's been saying.
Tomorrow is the culmination of years of work by so many people. And tomorrow is the day that we get to show the rest of the country that when given the opportunity to vote for change, to vote for something different, here in Virginia, we make the most of that opportunity.
In the latest polling from Emerson College and our partners at The Hill, Spanberger does have a lead over Earl-Sears, polling 11 points ahead. Though over the weekend, Earl-Sears dismissed those polls when talking to News Nation.
I don't know what polls you're talking about, but what our polls are showing that I'm either neck and neck down, we're going to win this thing. And by the way, remember that most people are not answering the polls, and some of those polls, they're Democrat polls. We don't care about them. The real polls, people are showing up.
Plus, President Trump's political operation reportedly spending millions of dollars in the final days of this race in Virginia and over in New Jersey for that final get out the vote effort.
Hey, believe the polls, sweetheart. Sears, believe the polls. Don't be delusional like the daggone Democrats. The Democrats thought that they was winning the night of the election. Did you see Rachel Maddow? She was she was trying to stay positive. MSNBC, CNN, they was trying their best to stay positive, man. It was crazy. I was sitting on the couch and I would look over at my wife and she would be pissed. She would be like, oh, I cannot believe this. Believe the polls, man. Listen, they're turning on Republicans. This is what they do, all right? They're turning on Trump. Sometimes negative rhetoric works. They're ramping it up a bit. You know, it worked. It's working in New York, looking at the run for mayor. It's working in Virginia, looking at the run for governor. It is what it is. You know, the tides are still turning in the right direction, but at the end of the day, you know, evil wins. If it didn't, then, you know, all the bad stuff that has happened as of late wouldn't have happened. We would still have Charlie Kirk. Think about that. Sometimes evil wins, but the Lord won in that one. That's a deeper story. That's a deeper conversation right there, because I've never in my entire time of doing content creation seen so many young people running to have a relationship with God, running to spread the word of Christ, running to the Bible, running to minister to people, running to have conversations with anyone that will listen about the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me. Oh my gosh. So depending on how you look at it, like sometimes the evil rhetoric, it works. Sometimes it works, man. Just saying, sometimes it works. All right, don't know if you guys seen this right here, but on The View, Whoopi Goldberg, she rips up a note that was handed to her after she said a false claim about Trump. And I want y'all to see this.
The Trump family has made about $1.8 billion profited off of this government. And he said that Joe Biden didn't know who he was pardoning using an auto pen. How come he don't know who this guy is?
Because he used an auto pen. Meetings with the judge, the meetings that they're supposed to go to when they're listening to what the hell? What?
I love when Sonny passes notes.
We don't know if Trump used an auto pen to part. It was a joke.
Yes. We don't know if Trump used an auto pen.
Oh, come on.
But we do know that he didn't know who that crypto guy was.
Well, I'm sorry. You know, the hardest thing about this job now
is you can't lie and get away with it. Ain't that something? The hardest part about this job now is that you cannot lie and get away with it. That they're going to hold our feet to the fire and make sure that we tell the truth. I cannot believe these people. What kind of world are we in where we can't even get on our own show and tell as many lies as we want to? We should be able to come here and lie until our face turns blue. But unfortunately, the white man is making up all of these rules to try to catch us in a lie. And now I got to stop lying. Are you kidding me? It's because I'm black, ain't it? It's because I'm black. They let the white people lie. They won't let the black man lie. They let the Asian lie. They let the Hispanics lie. They let the Muslims lie. But they won't let the black lady lie. Didn't Martin Luther King have a dream? He had a dream that we'll be able to lie whenever we felt like it. From the mountaintops to the lily of the valleys. Okay.
No one understands nuance. You know when you hear a joke, when somebody's fooling around, when they're not saying something specific, especially on this show. I'm very specific when I'm pointing stuff out. When I'm making jokes, you know when I'm making jokes. This is ridiculous. Anywho, the other thing that...
Nah, ain't no anywho. You made sure that you corrected that, though. I bet you that daggone much. You made sure that you corrected it. You corrected it, though. You complained, but you corrected it. Shout out to the people in the background who's like, oh, no. Make sure she fixed this. We ain't got no time. We ain't got no. Trump be suing people. Trump got great lawyers. Trump is tired of y'all lying on his name, and he's going to make sure that y'all correct that immediately. Here, pass him that note. Tell him to correct this right now. Go. Pass her the note. Sonny, pass her the note. Okay, fine. I'm going to pass her the note. And then Sonny passed her the note, and she corrected immediately. It's a damn shame that we can't even lie no more on The View. Yeah. I know that's right, girl. I know that's right, girl. Everybody start clapping. I know that's right. You can't tell when something's a joke anymore. I know that's right. Nah, your jokes are just not funny. If they were funny, then they won't be corrected. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so this just in from Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi has some tough words for Trump, and sometimes it seems like she's just coming off the top of the head, like she's just freestyling sometimes, and that's unfortunate, but that's just who she is.
It's a vile creature. The worst thing on the face of the earth, but anyway.
You think he's the worst thing on the face of the earth?
I do, yeah, I do.
Why is that?
Because he's the President of the United States and he does not honor the Constitution of the United States. In fact, he's turned the Supreme Court into a rogue court. He's abolished the House of Representatives. He's chilled the press. He's scared people who are in our country legally.
Nancy, I would love to know how much money your husband has made from insider information. Could you please provide us with that? Could you please give us your point of view? How can she say that Trump is the nastiest, vile person in the world, like on earth? And then she says that he has no respect for the Constitution. Last I checked, in the last 4 years, the last 4.5 years under the Biden administration, they showed their blatant disregard for the Constitution as well. They showed blatant disregard for American citizens. For American citizens, they showed blatant disregard. And they claim that Trump, they hate when somebody is here to place law and order on these sneaky bastards. They're sneaky, they're conniving, they're evil, they're demonic. This goes on and on. And I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I don't know Nancy Pelosi personally. She could be a sweetheart. She might be the sweetest person in the world. She probably can cook her tail off. I know when she was younger, she was gorgeous. She was gorgeous. She was slim. She had tig old bitties. Yeah, she had some big old. Sworn, I could have sworn. Don't see, I was getting too. Sometimes I get a little out of, a little too. I start doing too much. But somebody came down them steps. I heard somebody come down them. Soon as I said tig old bitties, and I started cupping like I was holding something. I don't think y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all right quick. Let me show y'all because y'all not gonna believe me. Let me just show y'all right quick because y'all not gonna believe me. Hold on 1 second. You're not gonna believe me unless I show you. You're not gonna believe me. You probably think that she was always looking the way she looks now. No, that's not the case at all. Here she is with John Kennedy. This is her with JFK. All right. Don't know if y'all have seen this before. This is her in 1961, and she was a cutie pie, man. She was a cutie pie, and I don't know. I'm not going to speculate that somebody did some things to her, but she was a cutie pie. Look at her. Am I lying? Am I lying? She was a cutie pie, man. Yeah. She had some, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So at the end of the day, man, we've all come from someplace. But her positions in power, like she's had so much power for so long. And I know I said that Barack Obama is the leader of the Democrat Party, but very easily it could be Nancy Pelosi. It could be Nancy Pelosi for real. Like, yeah, it could very well be Nancy Pelosi. Like she got these people wrapped around her fingers. The whole J6 thing was on her. The whole thing was on her. Yeah. Whoever ran for president outside of Biden, whoever had to replace Biden, that was her call. That was Nancy Pelosi's call. A lot of people believe that it was potentially Barack Obama's call. I think it was Nancy Pelosi's call. For real. Let me see something. See if I received a text or something because don't look like I did. Yeah, but Nancy Pelosi, she used to be a looker. But a lot of people used to be lookers. You know what I mean? I used to be a looker. All right. All right, so let me go back. Get back to my train of thought. Van, get back to your train of thought. All right. So the big races inside of Virginia, New York, and which other big races are we following? Let me go ahead to the live feed right quick before my meeting starts. All right, check this out, guys. Mike Johnson is speaking. Let's see what he has to say.
The honor is certainly due to him, and our prayers go out to the family. This is now day 35 of the Democrat shutdown, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think any of us expected that it would drag on this long. We didn't believe, we couldn't have imagined. It's now tied for the longest shutdown in U.S. history, and we didn't think we'd have to come in here every single day, day after day after day, and repeat the obvious facts to the American people, and to put on display every day what is happening here. Again, it's a split screen. We've talked about the split screen in the country right now. The American people are wise. Ronald Reagan used to remind us you can trust the American people, and we do. And they can see the facts here. They see that President Trump and the Republican Party are delivering real positive results for the American people, delivering on our promises. We passed the Working Families Tax Cut, which is the largest middle-class tax cut in American history. We signed into law as part of that. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime. Big savings for those on Social Security. We strengthened Medicaid with popular, common sense reforms that strengthens the program. We've improved healthcare access in rural communities, and we have reduced premiums. There's a lot more work to be done there. It's the Republicans who are delivering those reforms. We restored American energy dominance. We got the border crisis solved. We are reducing and handling the crime crisis in city by city around America.
You know, I like Mike Johnson now, but I don't trust him. I don't know what it is about him. I just do not trust this guy.
The only ones working in good faith to end the shutdown and get everyone paid and get the services flowing again. And we have voted that way 14 times. That's on one side of the screen. On the other is the Democrats. And it's such a stark contrast. Because in the last 10 months, the only thing that party has accomplished for the country is to shut down the federal government and cause this pain. The past 5 weeks have been painfully clear that Democrats are not interested in doing their most basic job. And we explained here yesterday, all of this is motivated by one thing and one thing alone. The Schumer shutdown was never about health care or any other policy that they claim now. They can't even decide amongst themselves what it was about. Some have said it's the Seinfeld shutdown because it's about nothing. But I'll tell you what it is ultimately about, truly. And this is something that can be demonstrated and everyone here knows it's true. As I summarized yesterday, the Schumer shutdown was never about health care or any other policy. It is about fear. It's about fear. Right now, the Democrats fear political retribution from the far left activists in their party more than they fear the consequences of keeping the government closed for weeks on end. They fear political retribution from far left activists more than families going hungry and workers missing paychecks. That is a fact that they are demonstrating day after day and vote after vote. It's gotten so bad for them that even their traditional allies are losing patience now.
I'm not sure if you have heard, but since you're in D.C. with me, I think you've heard the rumors about her drinking. I have. I've heard about her, being a drunk, throwing a few back with Kamala. We all know Kamala be lit. I think she be off gummies every time that she have an interview or she's anywhere. She pop a gummy. She take a little swig of some Don Julio or some Hennessy. Yeah, she's a Hennessy drinker because she wants to be black so bad. So she'll take her little swig of some Hennessy and go out there, high baby, out her mind.
Organizations have traditionally backed the Democrats for decades. That has been true.
Hey, thanks.
They represent tens of thousands of working.
Hey, Eric, thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
Democrats to drop their partisan demands and reopen the government. Stop inflicting this pain on the American people because you are afraid of your far left base. And how did the Democrats respond to all this? They're gaslighting the American people and even their own base. The truth is the Democrats have lost.
All right, so I want to tell y'all something. I worked for the government for 17 years. I worked in DOD. I was an environmental protection specialist. My job was I was a credit card holder, and whenever we needed work done around the installation, they came to me. And whenever we need to order anything around the installation, if the people who were supposed to do it, like any assistants or HR people who had cars, if they couldn't do it, if they weren't available, then I took care of those. But my main job was to make sure that all of the scientists and the chemists and engineers received all of their hazardous chemicals so that they can do their research, and they received their hazardous waste. I mean, their hazardous gases as well. I had to make sure that I inspected their laboratories. I made sure that they had every bit of chemical that they needed. And when it was time for them to turn all of their waste in, obviously they couldn't pour it down the sink and it had to be disposed of properly. I had to make sure that I provided them with 1 gallon, 2.5 gallon, 5 gallon containers, secondary containers. I had to make sure that they had everything that they needed whenever they wanted, gloves, whatever containers that they needed. And I got rid of them myself and the environmental engineer that I worked under. I was also in charge of the above ground and underground storage tanks on the installation. Reason why I bring this up is because passing a CR, a continued resolution, that's only kicking the can down the road. That doesn't really solve anything. That's like, okay, we're only going to have money for 6 weeks. We still got stuff that we need to do. We still have people we need to pay, companies we need to pay, bills we need to pay. We still have projects that we're in the middle of that's falling by the wayside. We have contractors that are supposed to come pick up our trash cans, our dumpsters on the installation. And a continued resolution does not fix that. So what they need to do, they need to come to the table and actually negotiate something that will be a budget that could be long lasting. And this CR that they're continually saying, well, we did it for the last 13 times. That's not a brag. That's not a flex. That's actually sad that they had to vote on a continued resolution. They had to carry on the same continued resolution for 13 consecutive times without coming together and getting an actual spending bill. And so when you hear them saying, well, they should just sign it so we can move forward and we're not negotiating, that's like a child's way of approaching it. They need people to actually, so that's why when I say I don't trust Republicans or Democrats, I'm dead ass when I say that. I'm so serious when I say it because they're playing games with people so that they can maintain their positions. They want to be in a strong position like they're actually playing a game of chess. You're not playing a game of chess, guys. You're playing with people's lives, period. No, I'm not saying that the Democrats should hurry up and sign this continuing resolution because it worked for the last 13 times. No, it didn't work. It just was a way to kick the can down the road until they got something else done. And no, I'm not telling the Republicans to give in and just let them bully them because that's what they've been doing the entire time. Why do you wait for Trump to become the president to start trying to get him to do something other than the CR when that was good enough for you guys for the last few times? So I get why Trump is like hesitant about it. And plus they're not doing anything to help him out anyway. So why should he help them? So they need to have these conversations. They need to negotiate. And the side that's not negotiating, they need to take some part of the blame as well. So I'm just letting y'all know that whenever it was time, when it came up to October, when we need to make sure our books look right so that we can get more money for the next fiscal year, it was all hell inside of the federal government, especially if you was a card holder and especially if you was the money people in the federal government. If you was the money person in the federal government that ran the budget in the entire department that you were in, it was hell. It was hell. And a continued resolution fixes nothing. Just letting y'all know that. And that was me coming from a person that's the only thing that I was locked in with because I had to turn in my own statements. I had to make sure that I did certain things by that cutoff date so that we can get more money the next fiscal year. And this right here solves absolutely nothing for real.
Democratic shutdown. American workers are suffering. Prominent unions are speaking out. Our friend Sean O'Brien, as the speaker said, was at the White House begging Senate Democrats to open up this government. American workers, 1.3 million Teamsters are represented by Sean O'Brien. He mentioned they cannot be used as political pawns. But you know who's being used as political pawns? The Teamsters by these Democrats. Because they will go to the Teamsters and they will ask them for something, and now they're not going to answer that call. They are begging them to open up this government to grow this economy. Other unions as well, manufacturing, building trades, industry-specific skilled trades.
And just let you know, I'm still here because the person I was supposed to be meeting with never showed up. So if they don't show up, then I'm still going to be cooking.
They have the tools that they need. We have sent out over $86 million to our respective states in order to upskill and reskill the American workforce. The future of the American economy is on my shoulders, on this administration's shoulders, and the Democrats have stopped all the momentum that we have put in the last 9 months. Registered apprenticeships, the future workforce. Not only are we hurting the current workforce, it's the future workforce. We are trying to educate our young people. We're trying to register 1 million active apprentices across this country. We had almost 250,000 registered, and now that has come to a screeching.
I don't trust her. She don't have any Jasmine Crockett eyelashes. How come there's no Republican women with Jasmine Crockett lashes or Jasmine Crockett lace fronts? I need to see more of them, all right? Because them Jasmine Crockett lashes, they come with a certain level of trust, all right?
Have been stopped. 13 times they had an opportunity to say yes, just like I did, just like my colleagues have done. Enough is enough. President Trump has done his job. Not only has he leveled the playing field with tariffs, not only has he welcomed great trade agreements, he has worked most recently with South Korea and Japan to bring hundreds of millions of dollars back to this country for the shipbuilding trades. I have been working around the clock to make sure that we can protect our national security for this country, and now that has also come to a stop. We are hurting American workers. We need to get them back to work. We need to grow this economy. We need to get their paychecks back in their hands so they can provide for their families, put gas in their cars, pay their mortgages, turn on their lights. I'm talking to all of you American workers out there. We're here for you. We're going to continue to fight through this shutdown, and I am begging these Democrats to show up, do their job, and open up this government. 35 days is far too long for the American people.
No, she's absolutely right. Now, I see someone corrected me about the continued resolution. The continued resolution is supposed to be in place while they do their negotiations. But here's the thing. They want to run a continued resolution that will stop right before Thanksgiving. They want to run a continued resolution that will that will stop right before Christmas, like 6 weeks. Extend it until after the holidays. How about that? Extend it. That way, you're not hurting American families who depend on the monies that come from the government. We're tired of giving them money. We're tired of giving them this. We're tired of giving them that. Let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody's not as blessed as y'all. Everybody's not as blessed as y'all, man. The entire 18 years that me and my brothers grew up with Diane under her roof, we did not have a car. We didn't have a vehicle. And we were in the big city. We were in the city. Now, did we need one? Yeah, we needed one. We had to go wash our clothes. We had to take like 4 or 5 big bags of like huge bags onto the bus to go to the daggone to go to the laundromat and risk being robbed in other people's hoods because we there washing and folding. Bruh, people are hurting. How about we just extend how long, the CR will last? Can we do that? Can we extend how long the CR will last? That way, both parties got to give. Both. People are being hurt. All right? Yes, I'm speaking like this because a lot of people I know are impacted. And Van, how much of a hypocrite can you be? You over there talking about you did a great job voting for Trump and you're happy with voting for Trump and all these things. Yes, I am. I most certainly am. But I can at the same time feel for people who are going through the sugar honey iced tea. It just is what it is. It's me being human. All right. And I am not a pawn on their damn chessboard. And I don't plan on being a pawn on their chessboard. Well, I am, but I don't want to be. I don't accept that, you know? But at the end of the day, I think it's better ways to take care of this. Because no matter how you slice it, although the Democrats they can change it just like that. They can say, fine, we would do what you want to do. Could you please just let us get the CR? And they say, yes, we will. Sign off. We save the day. And then the CR runs until a week before Thanksgiving or something like that, or 2 weeks before Christmas, or 1 week after Thanksgiving. And then it's done again. And it's like, okay, time to come back to the negotiation table. Look, whatever we got to do, I believe both sides should give in some type of way. Both sides. I don't give a daggone what they decide to give, but I believe that we need to do this. Why? Because we do it for other people all the time who are not American citizens, who don't deserve it. So I believe that American citizens absolutely deserve it. All the fraud and abuse that they're finding, I hope that they get rid of it, and the people that are held, and the people who are responsible are held accountable. All right. But at the end of the day, we need to do something, bro. We need to do something.
Week. That means every week workers, job creators, and communities lose out on chances to thrive as families struggle to put food on the table. But Democrats don't seem to mind. We've all heard House Democrat Whip Catherine Clark's interview describing the suffering of families as leverage to remote health care to illegal aliens. And then there's the Senate Democrat leader, Chuck Schumer, and his comment that every day gets better for us. How cruel, how unfeeling, how uncaring. Clearly, the Democrats are so wrapped up in D.C. politics, they've forgotten what really matters: helping the Americans thrive. Now, labor unions, as the speaker pointed.
All right, so watching these old folk talk about politics is like watching paint dry. It really is. It's like watching paint dry. All right, so I'm about to pull up something for you guys because shout out to my thumbnail, by the way. I'm excited about my thumbnail. I like what I did with my thumbnail. Oh no, I like what I did with my thumbnail. All right. Are you guys familiar with Democrat candidate Haley McKnight? Well, apparently Haley McKnight left a voicemail on Senator Tim Sheehy's phone, and she threatened him. This chick literally threatened his life. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but she threatened his life. And if you're not familiar with her, her name again is Haley McKnight, and I want y'all to see this right here, man. Because when I saw it, I said, what the hell is wrong with people? Like they're risking their whole freedom just to make somebody feel uncomfortable because they lost a race. It's nuts.
Hi, this is Haley McKnight. I'm a constituent in Helena, Montana, and I just wanted to let you know that you are the most insufferable kind of coward and thief. You just stripped away health care for 17 million Americans, and I hope you're really proud of that. I hope that one day you get pancreatic cancer and it spreads throughout your body so fast that they can't even treat you for it. I hope that you die in the street like a dog. One day you're going to live to regret this. I hope that your children never forgive you. I hope that you are infertile. I hope you never manage to get a boner ever again.
What? Hold on. Time out. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. What the hell is wrong with you, lady? Now, I get that you saying you hope the man get pancreatic cancer. I get the fact that you say you hope he die in the street like a dog. I get the fact that you say you hope his children never forgive him for whatever it is. But to wish that a man never gets a boner ever in his life, woman, you are dangerous. You're evil. You are evil. You ain't got a sip of love in your heart if you're going to say that to somebody. I cannot believe you would say something like that to a man. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That he will never get a boner again. Oh, I'm upset. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I cannot believe she said that. That's just evil, man.
To regret this. I hope that your children never forgive you. I hope that you are infertile. I hope you never manage to get a boner ever again. You are the worst piece of shit I've ever had the misfortune of looking at. And you don't serve Montanans. You serve your own private interests. All that you have done since you've gotten into power is do shit for yourself. God forbid that you ever meet me on the streets, because I will make you regret it. Fuck you. I hope you die. Hi.
She said, if you ever meet me on the street, I will make you regret it. I hope you die. Wow. My question to you all, if you know anything about the law, can she be held accountable for anything she just now said? Can this be taken as an actual threat? Can we call the authorities on her now? Because she's just evil. She's an evil human being. Like, what? Montana? Is this what you're producing, Montana? This chick said, I hope your ding-a-ling never get hard. That's what she said. I hope you die in the street like a dog. And you get pancreatic cancer that spreads throughout your body real fast, and you leave planet Earth. What is the problem with these people, man? And then you have this dude right here. This dude is on day 2 of not receiving any food stamps. So what does he decide to do? He decides to go to church. You're not going to believe this. This dude decides to go to church and ask the church for some money. The church says no. He then set them up to be robbed. I'm going to say that again. This is day 2 of this dude not receiving his food stamps. He said his stomach hurts. So he wakes up in the morning, he goes to church. He watched them pass around tithes and offerings. He's counting their money. He's like, oh man, okay, they got some money up in here. They can at least give me like $200. So I'm going to ask them for $200. They didn't give him $200. So he sets the pastor up to be robbed. Okay. This is weird, man. Sometimes, man, I'm not even proud that I come across these type of stories, but I'm gonna show it to y'all so that y'all can know that I'm not joshing you. I'm not telling any type of stories. All right. Oh, thank you, Quincy. I appreciate that. She said the red looks nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So check this out, gang. Here we go. People are nuts.
Day 2, no food stamps. First of all, I lost my last 100 on the World Series. The Dodgers came back and beat them folks. I'm hot about that. So I went to bed. I'm already back touching my stomach. You know how I go. Like, I'm still hungry. I ain't ate nothing. No food stamps. So I'm like, shit, just go to church in the morning, see it. So I wake up and go to church. This church right here. I go to church, like I'm praying. They always say, give your problems to God. So I went to church, praying and all that. The pastor called people up for testimony. So I'm looking, they did collection. it was at least 300. Like on my road, they gave like 300 in the plate. So I'm looking around. I know Pastor made like 6,500 today.
All right, so hold on. So I don't know if y'all remember when he first started off, he said that he's on his second day with no food stamps. He hasn't eaten in 2 days, and he spent his last $100 betting on the World Series because he was hoping to flip it. And the LA Dodgers, they ruined that. Congratulations to Magic Johnson and his squad again, because, you know, he's partial owner. This brother has won like 15 championships. I think 5 with the LA Lakers when he was playing, 5 with the LA Lakers, Kobe and Shaq era, where he was where Magic Johnson was partial owner. 1 with Major League Soccer, and like 4 in Major League Baseball. This dude is winning freaking championships all over the place. But why in the hell is this brother, like, instead of using that $100 to get him a suit, to get him a dress shirt, to get him a nice crisp dress shirt from TJ Maxx or Ross, like, go to Ross and get you a nice dress shirt for $15 with that $100. And if you don't have any shoes, get you some shoes from Ross for $20. And then you go door to door in that shopping mall, that shopping area, and you ask them if they're hiring. When my wife and I first had our daughter, that's what I did. I had no shame in my game, bro. I didn't even have resumes or nothing. I was going from door to door to door. I didn't care what the business was. I'm knocking on your door. I'm giving you my contact information, and I'm going to the next business right beside them. I'm leaving out one business, going into the next business, leaving out another one, going into the next one. Brother, you could have signed up to so many opportunities, and yet you want to just sit and wait for the government. Now, I don't know what type of ailments he has. I don't know if he's disabled. I don't know if he's, bipolar, or if he's a felon and he can't get work. I don't know his situation, but what I do know is the Lord has blessed us all with gifts and talents that we should be able to provide for ourselves and our families with those gifts and talents if we choose to. So if I was a kid and I didn't have any money coming into our house, which we didn't, and I went out to the store, when I went to the gas station, I pumped gas, I made $10, and with that $10, I went to the store and I bought a squeegee and an empty bottle for window solution. And I did that myself, and I made more money so that I can do it over and over and over again, to the point where it was at one point where me and like 4 of my friends was out there with squeegees washing people windows because it became a hustle. There's so many different things you can do. Bro, you could have taken that $100 and you could have gone to Costco or Sam's or BJ's, and you could have spent $20 on a big box of candy, and you could have spent $10 on a big case of water. Spend $10 on a big case of water that comes with 30 bottles. You go out there on the road and you sell each bottle for $1 a piece. $1 a piece. As a matter of fact, you could have sold them for 50 cents a piece and still made a profit, and then went back to the store and bought more water, came back in there and you could have started your own business. Sometimes when we cannot depend on the federal government, we got to get creative. We got to be bold. Instead of thinking about taking from somebody, especially the church, man, use your God-given gifts and talents. He woke you up and you're healthy enough to go to the church. You probably passed businesses on your way to the church. But instead, this dude is looking around the church thinking about robbing them. Okay, I've talked enough. Let me go ahead and continue this. It's just so many options that we have, man. And I'm not trying to be a dick, because I do know we all go through hard times. We all go through hard times. But I'm just letting you know what worked for me when I went through hard times. All right? You can sell water until you can buy a lawnmower and then go cut grass and and charge dirt cheap prices to cut people grass. You can go buy a bucket and a freaking a couple of rags and towels for $10. For $10, $20, you could have used to buy a bucket and some rags and whatnot. And you could have gone from everybody to businesses to homes, washing people's cars for $10 a piece. Dirt cheap. I'm about to wash your car for $10. Like, you can charge your own price. How long will it take you to wash this car? An hour? What are you worth for an hour? $15, $20? You charge what you're worth for that hour. $20. Man, I'm about to wash your car for $20, man. What you think? It's going to look good. Nobody around here will wash it like that. This is going to be a hand job and wash this joint. You let me know whatever you want me to know about it. You know, if I do good, you know, refer me to somebody. And I'm going to go from door to door to door to door to door. Man, beat your damn feet. Get on the pavement and go get that money. It's not a whole lot, but it's more than nothing. You should not be a grown-ass man and your stomach be touching the back of your back because you haven't eaten in 2 days and you live in the city where you can just walk to the church. If you can just walk to the church, then I'm sure you pass people on the way driving by that it was probably some traffic lights that you could have stood up and just sold some waters. You could have sold some chips or some candy or something. Like, it's just so many things that we can do, man. You can go to the gas station and pump gas for ladies. Just for ladies. That's what I used to do. Like, if it was a man, you know, I would ask them too, because I chased the no. I was trying to get money for my family, man. Like, at the end of the day, I probably walk away from the gas station with $8 that I made. Because you pump people gas and they give you a quarter. You pump people gas, they give you 50 cents. Some people gave you $1 if they was being generous. And some people just gave you some money just because you was out there. That's not what I was looking for. I was out there to work for mine. And that was as a kid, as a child. And you're a grown-ass man, bro. So I'm just saying.
It was at least 300. Like, on my road, they gave like 300 in the plate. So I'm looking around. I know Pastor made like 6,500 today. So for testimony, I went up. They like, what's going on? I'm like, Pastor, man, I'm going through hard time. They ain't give me the food stamp. Like, let me just get like $250 till after Thanksgiving. I'll bring it back. You know, all these 10% I done gave to the church. But we end up getting into it. Pastor end up escorting me out of church. So I'm in the parking lot right now. Pastor got a vet. I'm finna put the Apple AirTag, man. Y'all African, my Africans tap in. Y'all know what to do, man. Get this shit going like Shaq Range Rover, man. Y'all know what to do. All my Africans tap in. I got a Corvette right here in the parking lot. Pastor want to play. Let's send this shit to Africa. Let's get it.
So his solution was, I'm going to go to the church. I'm going to ask them for some money. Pastor told him no. He said he got into it with the pastor. And the pastor ended up escorting him out of the church. Why in the hell are you getting into it with the pastor? So he gets into it with the pastor, gets escorted out church with the pastor. And then he says, oh, man, the pastor got a Corvette. The pastor drives a Corvette. So I'm going to put an Apple tag on his Corvette so that we can follow him back home and then steal it. We're going to follow this man to where he rests his head. And I'm calling all of my Africans to come out here and take the Corvette from the pastor. So this is our first way of thinking. As soon as we can't get it for ourselves, we start thinking about taking it from someone else instead of earning it. Think about that. My wife has a rule. Here's my wife's rule. Because my wife is very generous. She's very generous. She's helped so many people get jobs in this area. It's crazy. Like friends, relatives, it don't matter, church members. She is extremely generous. But if a woman ever calls my wife and she needs a loan or she needs a financial blessing and she has a man in her house, or my wife treats them like the Democrats treat the black, unless she says, if you got a man in the house, I'm not giving you nothing. What's the point of having the man in the house? So maybe the Democrats was on to something when they said that. If you got a man in the house, Why in the hell are we going to help you? You got a man in the house. A man is supposed to be able-bodied. A man is supposed to be outside ready to do what he has to do to take care of his family. Not be waiting in the bushes to take somebody's stuff. I just now saw a video not too long ago where an Asian man came home and he drove home with his daughter. I'm about to get this for you. So an Asian man pulled up to his house with his daughter, and two men just jumped out, just ran from behind from across the street and just robbed them. And this is what people do. They get creative on taking other people's stuff rather than making their own stuff. And the Democrats, they love these people. They protect these people. They make sure that they just get a slap on the wrist and they send them back out there to do it again and again and again and again and again. Most of these people that's busting American citizens upside the head and taking our property from us, those are repeat offenders. Don't know if y'all saw it, but here you go right here.
It's pretty traumatizing. You're just reacting to whatever is happening. You can't really think straight. She was actually crying like during the event, but I couldn't really help her because I was pretty helpless myself. And but now I think she's getting better. It's just making us not really sleep really well now. So we're very traumatized from that.
I want y'all to notice something. A whole bunch of young black men, 3 young black men, decide to rob an immigrant who is here doing things the right way. He got his own car. He got his family. He's walking into his own home that he purchased by himself with the money from his career because he's doing things the right way. And what happens to him? He gets his car taken. He gets pistol whipped in front of his daughter. And the people we choose to look out for are the criminals. Yeah, if he would have shot them, then they would have been fussing about that. He didn't have to shoot them. He didn't have to do this. He didn't have to do that. They didn't have to run across the damn street and try to take what I had. It sucks, man. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. So that's where we are right now. All right, so let me see what's going on with this election. Let's go ahead and look at where we are right now. They're answering questions and everything. This is not what we want. Let me see. The New York mayor election. Let me see here.
Force is needed. We are not able to release a lot of those reports because we have those furloughed employees. So once the government is open, we will get right back to work in releasing that. We released one report earlier this month because that was required by law, and the CPI in order to talk about Social Security checks for 2026 that had to be calculated. So we brought some workers back for that, but we will not be able to release the other data points. As far as the Department of Labor goes, as was mentioned, when we're talking about the SNAP program, one of the other programs that we're definitely concerned about, and we've sent letters out to all 50 states, is unemployment insurance. As delivered by those states, that will be the next thing that we have to be concerned about. If people stop receiving their unemployment insurance, will be another detrimental fact to the American workforce. So that is what we're focused on now. We need this government open. We need to get back to work for the American people. The American workers deserve to know where their next paycheck is coming from, and the American economy deserves the American workers there. So yes, this is impacting the labor force. I would imagine we're going to see more and more things every single day that this government is shut down. It is going to affect the American economy. And so we're working hard at the Labor Department to make sure that we can keep everything running that we can. But right now at this point, you know, we're working off the back heels of us, and we have to do everything we can. So it's important to get as many statistics out as we can, but we haven't been able to do so. So we're working hard for the American people. We need this government open to do so and to continue.
Thank you. Real quick, do you support ICE raids in districts like Speaker Johnson's district and the Republicans up here on stage in the agriculture and hospitality sectors?
Well, one of the things we focus on is all of the programs in order to support the American people. Certainly, the president has been clear. We secured that border. We're going to continue to work on behalf of this administration to focus on the American people, American first policies, and the American workforce.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What about LSU?
Thank you.
So there we have it, hearing from the House GOP leaders on the ongoing government shutdown. And we were hearing from House Speaker Mike Johnson as he was talking about millions of folks headed to the polls. This is a live look right here from New York City as many people across the United States are heading to the polls to vote. We also did want to share this with you right here because just moments ago, Andrew Cuomo cast his ballot in New York City. He is running as an independent in the New York City mayoral race. So all of that happening just moments ago, as you can see that he is casting his ballot right there. And after that, he also spoke at a bit of length, and I did want to play out those remarks for you right now.
Thank you very much. First, I want to thank my special campaign team who I have here with me. Brought in the high power, my daughter Michaela, my daughter Mariah, and my son. Where's my son-in-law? There he is, son-in-law Pella Lundebaum. I want to thank them for everything they've done. Doing it as a family is special. I did it with my father for many campaigns. A lot of good memories, and it's nice to carry on that legacy. I want to thank you guys who have been on the campaign trail, because this was a long one, and this was a hard one, and you guys had to run all over this city, and I know what that's like. And then you had to deal with candidates, which is not always easy. I'm always a pleasure, but some of the others. So, job well done. For you guys, and I know it's been a long one. I'm feeling very good. I feel the momentum is on our side. If you watch the polls, they've all been moving to us. I've been on the street. I feel it from people. I can tell you this, I voted a lot of times. It's the first time I ever walked into a polling place and the polling place cheered for me. So that's a good sign. And the record turnout is a good sign. I think it's going to be a record. And it's because New Yorkers are concerned. New Yorkers are concerned about New York. And so I'm feeling very good about that. And everything I hear from people is good. So we're going to keep working today. It's not over till it's over. Run through the tape. We're going to be moving around today. Make sure people get out. It's a beautiful day. Get out and vote. The most important election of my lifetime. And I'm not a kid, but this is the most important election of my lifetime. This is going to determine the future of the city of New York. May also determine the future of the Democratic Party. So get out and vote. Thank you.
The president
What do you make of the Trump endorsement? Do you accept it from the president?
The president does not support me. The president opposes Zoran Mandami. The president believes Zoran Mandami is a communist. He believes he's an existential threat. I believe he's a socialist and an existential threat, and not a dress-up socialist, right? Their school of socialism, this Democratic Socialists of America, government controls the means of production. No private ownership of real estate, abolish jails, decriminalize prostitution. This is frightening stuff. And I think that's why you're seeing New Yorkers react and New Yorkers turn out. I'm offering the exact opposite. Safer New York, 5,000 new police, 1,500 police on the subways. Make New Yorkers feel safe again. You want to bring the cost of housing down, which we have to do? You have to build more affordable housing. It's supply and demand. There's nothing tricky to it. The trick is having the competency and the ability to make the government work to actually build 100,000 units a year. And that's about making the government work, which is what I have done all my life. And that's how you really make change. You make change by understanding how to run the government, tackle the obstacles, move the bureaucracy, move the politics to actually make progress. That's LaGuardia Airport, that's Kennedy Airport, that's 2nd Avenue subway. That's the same story over and over and over. You want to make change in government? You think it's easy? You go and say, I want to make change. You know what they say? You can't. You can't. They give you a list of 1,000 reasons why it can't happen. The bureaucracy pushes back. You have to learn how to make that government work to actually deliver for people.
Governor,
and that's what I've done all my life.
President Trump just tweeted in New York that any Jewish
that
person that would vote for Mandani would be a Jew hater. Do you agree with him?
I don't know if that's true.
Last question, guys.
Any message for those New Yorkers? For the international audience, what's at stake tonight?
Well, I think what you're seeing is a civil war in the Democratic Party that has been brewing for a while. You have an extreme radical left that is run by the socialists, that is challenging what they would call moderate Democrats. I'm a moderate Democrat. And that contest is what you're seeing here, but you're seeing it all across the country. At one time, the Republican Party had a challenge from the far right, the Tea Party. And the moderates pushed back the challenge from the Tea Party. This is the inverse. You have the far socialist left challenging the moderates. I'm a Democrat like Mario Cuomo, like Bill Clinton, like Barack Obama, like John Kennedy, like their grandfather, their other grandfather, Robert Kennedy. That's my school of democratic politics. And that's what I'm fighting for.
When you block, your head is right.
All right, Democrats are not extreme socialists. We're not against the police. We don't believe the NYPD are racist. We don't believe they should be abolished. We don't believe in abolishing jails. We don't believe in doing away with misdemeanors. We don't believe in decriminalizing prostitution. That is not us. We're a party of law and order. David Dinkins, great Democrat. First thing he did when he took office, hire more cops, keep New Yorkers safe. So that's the contest you see happening here. I think if the far left socialists were to win, I think long term it would be very detrimental to the future of the Democratic Party. This country is not a socialist country. The city is not a socialist city. The state is not a socialist state. Socialism has never worked anywhere on the globe. Not Venezuela, not Cuba. It's not going to work in New York City.
How'd you go on the ballot, bro? How'd you go on the ballot? How'd you go on the ballot?
Yes.
All right, so I know y'all want him to win over Mamdani, and I believe that he'll be a better choice over Mamdani, in my opinion. But I still don't trust him. I don't trust him. I don't. Career politicians get on my damn nerves, and I'm just keeping it a buck with you all. I don't think I'm better than any of these guys. I just think that that New York deserves better in politicians, in my opinion. But yeah. So thank y'all again, guys. I enjoyed being being here with you guys today. If you haven't had an opportunity, make sure that you go ahead over and check out hatsforsale.com and cop you something good, because we got them hats, baby.
We got them hats, yeah. We got them hats, got them. We got them hats, yes. We got them hats, yeah. We got them hats. You name it, we got it. You cop it, we ship it, we drop it right to your door. Ship it, drop it right to your door.
Make sure y'all put in LFR 10 for 10% off when you get your sweatsuit. It's true to size. We go all the way from small to 5X. So make sure you get something. And when you get something, take a picture of yourself in it and send it to me so I can put you on the...
I'm looking for a hat. Drive around town and I need a cap. Where do I go? Where do I go? I got hatsforsale.com.
You see what you like. You buy it, we ship it, it's coming your way. It's coming. Ship it, it's coming your way.
I got my hoodie on in my truck. Got the hat on. Out work yesterday.
We got them hats, got them. We got them hats, yes. We got them hats, yeah. We got them hats. You name it, we got it. You cop it, we ship it, we drop it right to your door. Ship it.
Per usual, guys, thank y'all so much for being a part of what we got going on here at LFR Family. I appreciate you all. Make sure that you watch our videos that we put out constantly throughout the week. Throughout the day, I try to put up 3 videos per day. Make sure y'all watch them joints. Let me know what y'all think about them. And if you love them, share them and subscribe to the channel. Again, guys, I'm Van. We are all the LFR family. And for anybody that's a business owner, artist, content creator, or coach, and you want to grow your brand, you can do it through social media content creation on YouTube. And I am the one that can help you do just that. That's why Coach is before my name, because I help people grow their YouTube channels with the information that I've received over the years of doing this. For everybody that submitted a super chat, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And for everyone who was just respectful, just showing love to one another inside the chat, thank you for that as well. Make sure that y'all get out there and vote. Vote for the right reasons. Continue to hold our politicians accountable. Hold their feet to the fire. And stop being so dependent on our government to do it for you when you can do it for yourself. And make sure you put God and family before anything, and country. Love you. See you on the next one. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.